All right, today is a really exciting day for me. Not only because I am in good health and we're going to jiu-jitsu, which, by the way, every time, making it into this jiu-jitsu gym is literally the hardest part of my week. And it's been that way since I first joined about a year and a half ago. But every time I make it in the gym, I'm like, man, I'm just happy that I'm here today. I don't know, there's something about, it feels like you're thriving when you're in that gym, even though you're literally fighting for your life half the time. And somehow you're thriving. So it's a good day because I'm being there, but also because of what I'm doing right here. I'm really excited to just be able to tell you what's going through my head when I'm on my way to jiu-jitsu or striking or just MMA practice. So I am doing jiu-jitsu, striking, and self-defense classes, which is all under the Royce Gracie self-defense system, which is how you get his black belt. What's really interesting is, why am I even doing jiu-jitsu? I don't plan on ever really competing or fighting. That's not my goal. And I also don't like fighting. I don't watch MMA. I don't watch sports. But with all that, then why would I be doing this road to black belt, if that's what I end up calling this series? When another thing too is I don't even care about getting my black belt. So why would I be doing any of this? And the answer is, I think it's the place this has in my life, and I've been so back and forth about this because this takes up so much of my time to consistently be able to go to the gym. And it's like, well, if this isn't what I'm doing, if I'm not fighting for a living, why do I do that? And I get challenged like this all the time when I come home beat up and my fiance is like, you're not trying to be a fighter. What are you doing? And the thing that's hard to explain until you actually get in the gym and do it yourself is that it makes you so much better in everything else around it. One really cool perspective that I came across is Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act. And I had a podcast with my friend Adam, who makes music, and one part of the book that we loved and we connected with is when he talks about the conditions around those award-winning songs that artists make. That's what's really interesting, because oftentimes it's the lifestyle the person's living and everything around that light bulb moment where you get the idea for the song or you do something interesting. I think that is what needs to be focused on more. Indirectly, how do you do things that are interesting or meaningful? And this is kind of what this is for me, because my goal right now with jiu-jitsu, MMA, any of it, is just to get in the door 3 times a week. I don't even have the full answers in my head of why I'm doing it, but I know it's making me a better person. And that in and of itself is all I need to do. I don't know where this fits into the long term. I think that'll come more clear the more I do this, but this really recharges me. It's so interesting because I work an office job, and you get really drained at the end of the day. And a lot of people are like, Kenny, what are you, my office workers would be like, Kenny, you do all this active stuff. You don't watch TV. What do you do to recharge? And what's interesting for me is you may think of taking a nap or watching TV as recharge, is what you need to disconnect. And that's true in some cases. I get that in my own ways. But for me, this is one of those things that I do that I just feel energized when I leave. It fills up my cup in multiple different ways. It fills up multiple cups in terms of my energy that gets depleted. And it's counterintuitive because it's it's the hardest, most laborious thing that I do each day. You're literally going in there and you're fighting for your life. And what I plan on this being is I'll also record myself when I'm done, when I get out of practice, because a lot of times my perspective shift instantly changes when I get beat up. And these are all in a good ways, by the way. I signed the waiver. I'm consenting to get beat up, so this isn't like a cry for help. That's done. I'm not trying to have you read between the lines. The reason I'm doing this is because I really want to live Here's the thing, when it comes to social media, and I'll just keep it here for now because we're almost to practice. By the way, I got this Jeep. This is my first time driving it today. We got it yesterday. I'm pretty excited. I got these manual windows, okay? So we got to crank it down, but it's all good, okay? My last car had 290,000 miles, so this is a huge come up. This car only has 71,000 miles. So we're moving in the right direction, okay? Manual windows or not. I wanted to get to all these big ideas, like why I'm even doing jiu-jitsu when I don't even like fighting, why I want a black belt when I could care less about belts and all those things, but I think I want to keep it as to, since we're almost here, pulling up on the street, of why I'm even filming this. I've been all over and this also goes to why I'm so happy today, because I have spent so much anxious, what is my purpose in life energy, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do on social media, and I've experimented with so many different things. If you look back at my YouTube channel, you'll see the most random ideas, the biking book club and all that stuff, but what I've really found is all that really matters is building your 1,000 true fans, which in my head means just building a community of like-minded people. You know, when I look at Mr. Beast's videos, he has 1 billion people, but the top comments are people like making fun of transgenders and just this really toxic place, and it's like, I wouldn't even want that community. You know, I just want people that are like-minded. And I realized that, you know, me just capturing what I'm doing authentically and speaking authentically, doing things that people who I want to be like are doing, that to me is the best way to connect with people that I want to be like. And so, you know, jiu-jitsu isn't my purpose in life, but it's one of those things around my purpose that I think is anyone else doing it has to, you know, is likely also going to be humble and pushing themselves and just someone that I respect. So that's why I'm doing this, you know. Yeah, ultimately I want to connect with people who are like-minded, and I think that, you know, filming these is the hardest parts of my days, and so no need to overcomplicate it. We're going to keep it simple. We're pulling up to practice now, so ultimately the point of this is, how am I feeling pulling up to practice? You know, some days I'm feeling like super nervous just to see people. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but today I'm feeling good. Maybe because I'm dripped out, maybe because I'm driving a new Jeep. The gym's a little bit packed. It's funny. Anytime you pull up to, and I could just shift this around. Anytime I pull up to the gym and there's like tons of cars in the parking lot, I'm like in my head already thinking about all the people I'm going to have to potentially roll with or fight. And, you know, your nerves start to get up a little bit. My professor said, though, you know, that's the thing, is at least we have the time to mentally prepare before we fight here. You know, we kind of get ready and we walk in. When if it's ever in the street, you know, you might get sucker punched and it's game on, no preparation. So I will take this preparation as a blessing. I am now, I don't know if I'm on time to class. I got to find my phone, but I'm feeling good. Today I have the choice of either self-defense or jiu-jitsu. I'm going to follow my gut here and go with jiu-jitsu. I want to do that. By the way, the self-defense is more like gun disarms, knife disarms, stuff in the street. Today I need to do that eventually. We're going to get to it. Right now, we're going to meet myself where I am. We're going to do jiu-jitsu. And you never know what you get with these classes. Today's class is only an hour long. Let's have fun.